Okay, so let me get started with this. Uh, Naira Marley earlier, just now, shared on social media that the following. Okay, let me show it. Okay, he went on social media to say this after he was released from prison, and he said, "I have to help a lot of niggas in jail." I'll come back to the word niggers. Somebody should remind me. He said, "I met one guy who has been in jail for 9 years, but never have been to court. As in, they haven't even found him guilty yet. What if he is not even guilty?" Now that is instructive. He then went on to say, "I met another guy, another nigger, in jail. Been in jail for over 2 years because he's in a relationship with one of rich woman's daughter, and the woman locked him up for not leaving her daughter. I'm interested." Now this is instructive, and that is humanity playing out. He didn't stop there. He went on to say, "Okay, I can't change Nigeria." That is admitting there, because several other people have made efforts. So Gani Fawemi, the Kensaro Weavers, and a lot of, even till recently. Okay, he said, "But together we can." Now I'm beginning to appreciate Naira Marley. Okay, you know why I'm appreciating him? They are now beginning to come to understand why some of those that are doing munigba protest and all of that, why they were doing why people were called crazy. Now, would you say Naira Marley is also crazy here? It is when the only thing you want is to smoke, to drink, to carry olosho, to womanize and make money. If that is the only concern you have, humanity has not started for you. But here's the turning point for Naira Marley. Prison is good, okay, and why am I saying that others must also visit? The likes of Olamide, the Wizkids, the rest of them. I'm saying that they too must visit. And when I say visit, I don't mean that they must commit any crime or being tried. We have had people go to prisons before, on visit, voluntary visits. You can just go, like, okay, I just want to see people, I want to. You will now discover that there are cases. In fact, Naira Marley spent little time. It's like each day is spent, he discovers something new. So maybe you should have spent more days. Now I'm joking. Now, if you had spent more days, you would have come across others that we have come across before when we do voluntary visits to prisons. When I say others, I mean he cited two cases. One person who had not even gone for trial at all, and it's already over, how many years, and another person who just for merely dating the child of a rich woman. Have you seen Naira Marley? If you have spent more time, God grants you the privilege. Maybe you should now start a foundation around it. Go to prisons, go and see people who have been in prison since Fashola days for the singular non-offense of is just looking for means of livelihood and is selling gala in traffic. Is looking for how to survive and is selling gala. That's the only offense he has. Okay, or somebody crossing the road, task force picks him up and puts him in Black Maria, and from there he's summarily tried, and the parents don't even know where he is till today. Yes, go to prison, you will see those cases there. So Naira Marley, I appreciate the fact that you are coming out to see what some of us would the society have been calling crazy. You have seen it by yourself. Now, if you go back to go and help those two niggers out, how about several others in Kuje prison, in Port Harcourt, in Jigawa, in different prisons, who don't even know what their offense is till tomorrow morning. They don't even know what their offense is. They are just there, and their lives have been destroyed. So maybe if Olamide goes there, I'm not saying he has to commit offense, and I have to repeat that. They may start a foundation that visits prison occasionally. I think Two-Face and a few other persons used to do that before. I think Idris Abdul Karim. I think they used to do, but we understand that it can be exhausting. One person cannot do all of these things, But it might be occasional or momentary. Instead of spending your there used to be one other guy too, Lamborghini and Clear. I think I followed Lamborghini to prison before. Lamborghini usually focuses on the the juvenile delinquent home. Yeah, usually goes to juvenile delinquent home, and I followed him on about 2 3 other occasions. So, and if instead of going to see Olo show on your birthday to celebrate your birthday, maybe one of you might just make your birthday just like Shibiru people used to shout Ashiwaju in your songs. Ashiwaju, there was a time, in fact, I think till now, his birthday usually spreads across a week. Okay, it's usually over a week. All right, so and day one may be for colloquium, day two may be some kind of mad party, day three may be in somewhere. Even Saraki, when the daughter was wedding, recently, some of you remember, they had it in Kwara, in Ilorin, they have in Lagos, they have annexes of the wedding party. So you may make your next birthday spread across 3 days. Day one may be your visit to motherless babies home. Day two, because you have fans in motherless babies homes, they sing your songs. You have fans in prisons, they sing your songs. Go to prison, people who have not been privileged to see the outside, go and visit them. Day three may then be your party. Call 3 of your friends, go to and then touch the breast you want, the boobs you have never touched in your life, like as if that is the most important thing in your life. Go and touch and smoke and do it and celebrate until the next year again. Even if it is just that one day per year that you are doing your foundation to go and visit, to go and rescue some people out of prison. You don't know what miles you are reaching by doing that, because you are saving lives. At least Naira Marley has gone there, he has seen too. He understands what we are talking about. So when those of you that are calling us crazy are now seeing what we are talking about by visiting, you will then understand. And then I want to also say that those of you who are singing, you don't know that, and I will play videos for you here on this background. You don't know that those of the songs you are singing, they are affecting lives. Okay, let me quickly let you see some of this. I'll come back to Olamide. Okay, this is Olamide smoking here. Let me give it audio and play it Now, that was Olamide promoting his song Owo Shayo. Some of you that have not heard that song before, I'm a fan of Olamide, so I know most of his songs back to back. Okay, so let me move on to another thing here. Okay, this is Olamide again. Freestyling to one of his songs and smoking. Do you know that some of these things you guys do, they are actually inspiring a lot of people who are your fans? And when we say fans, you are a model. Models are not necessarily people who just go on the wrong way. Models are people who have impact on the minds. Look at this, for instance. The moment you are a model, I'm not saying you don't have right to do whatever you want in your closet. The moment you are doing whatever you're doing, and once you become a model, stop these things from the public glare. I'm not saying don't do them, but I'm saying if that is what gives you joy and takes you out of depression, it's your problem. But the moment you realize that what you do influences a lot of people, have you seen that when you release a song, many people want to do cover for it? The same thing happens when you smoke and you upload it. Many people want to copy it. They want to do cover for your smoking too. That is the issue. But it is because of your own status that in Nigeria you may not go to jail for doing something that is so-called illegal. This country is a funny country where something that is illegal is actually legal for some people because of their status. And what is even legal is illegal for some people because of their low status. Well, a story for another day. Now, when you do this, you are simply sending a message and people are getting it. And most of the fans that you have who also do not understand that they can't do what you're doing, they are copying it because you are models. When you are models, just the same thing like pastors. When pastors say something and they do otherwise, the brethren don't see what they do otherwise. The brethren see what they are talking and what they are doing. The other day Olamide sang a song "Want to Pome Got Akpo," and then he said, he granted interview later to say he was not promoting it too. Excuse me, when you sing about something and we can see you doing it and you're saying you are not promoting it, What are you promoting? Morality. Oh, maybe I was wrong. You know, many things like that. There was a time Olamide sang Monkey Tail, Bamigbe Claro, I want to do she not today. She says she wants to faint. Oh. She says it's getting late. Oh. You are dismissing those excuses. She says it's getting late. She says she wants to faint. You are dismissing those excuses as story for the gods. Now, when you are doing those things, you are promoting. At that time, maybe you don't know, the rate of rape incidences jumped up. Yes, the rate of at which rape was being committed shot high. And when we say these things, it would look like, oh, you are envious, you are a hater. I'm a fan of Olamide. It does not mean when I see that he's doing something that is out of the way, I should not be able to say, hey, bro, this one no do now. Do you get it? That is how we can start checkmating ourselves for a better society. If this society is not good, we are all wasting our times. Don't you get that? Now, I'll move on to other things. So, your activities, bro Davido, your activities are inspiring people to go and do this. And before they do half of it, they are in jail. So, at least, if for no other reason, visit jail for the sake of seeing people who are in jail for what you say should not be a crime. Okay, and then and so on and so forth. So I believe that you people should also visit jail to see what is happening to people who are copying what you are doing. You should. It's very important. Very, very. All right. So that is the few I have to say this morning. I want to say you guys should start visiting prison, and you don't have to have committed any offense to visit prison. I mean, it might be that you just want to see people who have cases like that. And I remember there was those of you that were calling this gentleman Femi Adeyeye, that guy that was bold enough to confront the University of Lagos management for doing something wrong. Uh, he protested the poor administration and haphazard rustication of students, and police picked him up. He was formally sent to. In fact, he called me that morning, and I was like, April Fool. I thought he wanted to. In fact, he called my colleague too. This one said, ah, Femi, you want to give us April Fool? He said, no, I'm serious. I'm on my way to prison. They just picked me up and they have taken me to prison. To court now, mobile court, and they have sentenced me to prison. We are like, it was April 1st, and we are like, April Fool. You can't give me that, because just that morning Showore also posted a picture of himself being deported. Some of you that saw Show will remember. So we were like, oh, you really not fair from April Fool. April Fool. He said, no, I'm serious. It sounded like when Abiola was being taken, and it was like, I've been taken to detention. Some of you remember that legendary audio of MK Abiola then. So those things are like that. Now I'll take some comments. So if you have comments at this point, you can start bringing them in. We'll display comments shortly now when I see that they have populated. But let me take Mudashiru Shakirat on YouTube says, may Almighty Allah have mercy on us. This country. Let me remove my head so that you can see. This country, you are saying the fact. Okay, thank you so much. Emunwem influence say, I love this program. Okay, you are welcome, but let us all continue to talk about these things so that this society can correct itself. Mudashiru says, the only problem that I have is that must they smoke or display tattoos in their body? All hip-hop musicians, why? Well, I don't think they have to, but if they must, at least they should not show it. Because they are influencing a lot of people, and once you are a model means people copy you, not those that are wearing fashion designs and on runway. No, models are pastors, those so-called celebrities, and all of them. I love music, I love entertainment, so I love anything that promotes entertainment, but not the ones that are lewd or immoral. So we should check all of these things because they are affecting our souls, our conscience, our society. Is destroying a lot of things. So having said that, Uncle, your Uncle Nice, Nice knows I love Nice so much. The album then on our wedding day, Mama Bachelor, Gbamu Gbamu Jigi. I love Nice. But when it now came on to Dawole, I want to moyo Kinshati Lu, waya, and like, bros. She be any, oh she little ni. that you have to start promoting. But that's what one of the things we are talking about. The fabrics of morality in the society is totally destroyed, not for any other reason, but because we are not letting things happen the way they ought to. Let me play this for you while I may take a few more comments before we round up this show.
Kò sébo, ó ṣeṣe, kò sémi, ó ti bu kémi kápọ̀, Roman sound is very, ó ti bu kémi kápọ̀, Roman science student. Where is the science student? Update. Is the science student? Is a JS3 student? I know. Yes. You can see him, he's doing like.
Be expectant. When my guys dey para, Igoro, our anybody, our anybody, our men dey beg, girls dey on, them dey on, boys dey beg, they mama dey on, men dey beg.
So guys, you need to go to prison and see those that are truly vexing. Okay, them they hurt seriously, so that you can understand what you guys are doing to their souls. This society is so porous that there are so many people who do not even understand their left from right, and it's not their fault. They copy what they see. There are people who are just in their embryonic formative stage of life, okay, and it is only what they see that they copy. According to Albert Bandura, those of you that study psychology, there's observational learning. You can learn from your environment, and it is what you see that you learn from. Okay, and this is what they are seeing. Young people, they are coming up to this stage. So vicarious learning is there, observational learning is there, and the rest of them. So they are learning from their environment, and these are the things they can see. We'll round up shortly, but let me attend to some comments. If you have comments, please, on this live show, let us treat them together. I mean, if you think what I'm saying is not right, I mean, feel free. I succumb. I mean, I admit, I assess and admit to superior intellectual argument. So let's engage on this. Naira Marley people, come. Davido people, come. Let us don't. The only thing I would not like you to do is to just abuse people without giving reason why you think they are wrong. Just bring forward your argument. Okay. Oh, I don't think you are right, bro. How about this? I will agree with you if it is okay. I mean, I'm a fan too of entertainment artists. All right. Then let's do these comments together. Okay. Let me mute this audio. It's disturbing. Keep those comments coming, people. Anifowo Moyo says, let them go spend a week or two in prison and see what happened to their fans for imitating. Okay. Dino Alfred say all these things they emulate the Western world hip hop artists only through this medium, this music. Let me put it on the screen so that everybody can see what I'm reading. I'm not reading alone. So Dino is saying that they are copying from Western cultures. I think I should do a separate thing. Aha, good. But I hope others can see the comments too. Only through this medium their music can sell. Babe, it's either we stick to our moral values and the government ban all this. Even if you ban it, music is global. You can put it on. In fact, there was a time they banned war. One day we need be war. What's chemical for science student? The moment they banned it, the thing started shooting high. People wanted to see what are they banning in this thing, and it had higher view on YouTube. It is better to see it on YouTube where nobody is prescribing it than to even see it on radio. Let's go and see it where we can enjoy it and replay back as we want. So banning it does not really solve it. But I think therefore we should begin to talk to these people who are making these things. Influence on YouTube says, so brother, you have said it all. They are not singing about the suffering of Nigeria, make them change every time showing money. That is why they are still women's penance for money. Do I understand that? Okay. Prophet Adeshina says, Shegun, you are doing great job, but I think all these hip hop musicians are copying the American musicians and forget who they are and where they come from. May God help. Mm. Uh, Godwin Blessing says, you are right, Shegejimi. Shegejimi, okay. Thank you. That means Facebook people are watching too. So because this comment is from Facebook, as you can see. If you trace it, you see it's from Facebook. Yeah, the next one is Ogbeide. Good morning, Shegun. Keep on your good work. I don't know what is wrong with our artists and our youth. Let's engage them. Some of them listen. Some of them will not listen until they are in trouble. An example of Naira Marley. But some of them will get to trouble and still come back and become hardened. Some of them will get there, come back and feel like, oh, we should begin to change some of, because not because of them. Yes, they have the status and can do whatever they want, but because of the people they are influencing, the innocent people that are dying for their own influences. So some of them will rethink, and that is why we should be engaging them intellectually. The next comment is sorry. Will say we need a cultural structure to match with modern day way of life. What is modern day way of life? Cultural structure, like we should restructure our culture to match modern day. Is it not in the name of modernity that we are doing all of this now? Moreni KG Kasali from Facebook, he says about this smoking. Even in a Muslim country, all of them do smoke. I mean the guys, but it's just that Nigeria and the entire Africa do this stupidly. But still, must the government do the same? Okay, well, I'm not also against the habit of smoking, but I'm just saying, we have a country that is already bad. Okay, so every model must begin to check their hearts before they allow their heart to go public. Okay, because if Naira Marley didn't go to jail now, if you told Naira Marley one-on-one, say, bro, do prison visit and see how people are suffering from something that is not even worth it, say, bro, second kaye. I'm not saying you would say that, but I'm saying most of these people, if you approach them one-on-one and tell them some of these things, they may not agree with you, because they'll be like, we are in freedom now. And then I'll also go to politics now. Prophet Adeshina says they should go to jail because even those they copy in Western world. That's not complete. Please complete it. But let me go to politics now. You see, the activities of these artists are putting many people in jail. Do you know that Nigeria itself is a jail, and everybody is looking for bail to get out of the country? Everybody. If you go to embassies every day, you see more Nigerians looking for escape. Embassy is now like court where you want to go and negotiate your bail with a judge or a magistrate. So it becomes testimony the moment you get your own, the moment you get your own bail, the judge grants you bail and off you go. So the magistrate is there. The magistrate is now the embassy. Once they give you bail, escape. Nigeria is a prison. Okay, and the prison wardens are APC and PDP. And see, the people that are putting people in jail, the task force, are these artists. I hope you are listening to this analogy. They are these artists. Now, these people join APC and PDP because they see you singing at the rallies. They see you singing at these rallies. Okay, Olamide goes to sing for APC at the convention. Don Jazzy is there with his boys, with Tiwa Savage, sorry, somebody said Tiwa Cleavage. No, I don't buy to that. And then another, it took Ricardo Banks and the rest of them to go and sing at APC rally, and everybody claps for them and say, oh, because Olamide is supporting this, is supporting that. Oh, he's my mentor. Like an old man and an adult says that Wizkid is his mentor the other day. So you then go and join these parties too and support a party based on, say, Davido sang for that party. So these people are the people qualifying people into mind prisons. They are Nigeria is a psychological prison, and everybody is looking to escape from it. Nigeria is a psychological prison. Quote me. It's a psychological prison. So, and the people who are maintaining these prisons are these artists. They will sing to praise one governor, and then the other. I know that Olamide is the one that does this thing the most. Olamide will sing for Fashola, he started making money from Fashola this. Mi ò ráyè ṣe tó bá wọn yẹn ìjọba mi ò fòṣì bí ìjọba Fashola mi ò ráyè ṣe tó bá wọn yẹn take a persona. Wọ́n ní pé there was another one he sang to enter Fashola then. He said they say I too like woman and straight me I know the woman 14 years if Fashola catch you go still say na trailer bash you. Olamide does not mention people's names in praises alone except he is already entering them, and I saw a picture of Fashola carrying Olamide's baby when he had his son Miliano. So after Fashola left, Olamide switched to Ambody. And some of you remember the songs he did for Ambody, and then he started singing for Lagos also, and then he took Fino along, father hey, since we don't lose him papa now Ambody they stand for him, all of those things. And I remember that it's Lagos State government that is sponsoring Olamide live in concert largely, apart from other sponsors, and then Fino also started singing Okeze Ikpiazu in what's that state? Is it Habia now? Do you understand what we are talking about here? And then after Ambode left, they switched, and it is now Kwanwan's turn again to get back into getting state sponsor of his concerts. So Olamide may no longer be having face with the Lagos. So he moved. He now remembered that he's from Ogun State. Olamide has now gone back to Dapo Abiodun to go and be milking, and as far as these people are collecting money and making, they will be singing to make people feel that this governor is doing well, even if he is not doing anything. And that is why we are where we are today. So all of these artists, they control minds of people. But do I blame them? The people themselves cannot open their eyes, and that is why we need the fellas again to open people's eyes. Okay, but I think I'm going way too far. Let me treat comments again. Akin Baba Ekojometa say the truth is that there are a market for the music. As long as people enjoy the music, it will still be made. Remember, artists do not start their hearts to shape culture. I'm not saying that, but the moment a society has a way that the moment you realize that, no, I'm just talking about the moral sanctity now, moral consciousness of people. The moment you realize that what you are doing is influencing people, I think you should therefore start, doing well to also help the society. Where's the place of CSR, corporate social responsibility? Even if your corporate social responsibility will center around visiting these prisons, do that. Get some people out and grant press, interviews, and just talk about what you think the state is not doing well. It goes a long way. Do you know that many policies are made because some figures make some speeches? That is why we need to engage all of these people to say, yes, you are influencing minds, and you can also influence government. Not to just obnob with the government, collect your own share and shut up, and whoever goes to jail second career until it is your own turn. Don't you remember that governments change? Who believe that a court will sentence somebody as Fiberesima? Who believed that before? Governments change. Okay, it used to be the bench with Jonathan then. Things change. Now, Olamide has lost face with Lagos State government. He has now returned to Ogun State. I'm sure he's still looking for a way to enter Lagos State back in Sanwo-Olu. He will be looking for a way into Sanwo-Olu again, I know. But he has now gone. That means things change. But because things change, that is the reason you should. Ibo lefe kowo yi lo. Ife ko lo sorun ni. It's paper. Although it has value, I must admit. Let's go back to Prophet Additional says they should go to jail. Many American hip hop artists go to jail too if they do anything wrong, and that's who they copied. Yes, okay, that's a point there. They should also go to jail so that they can experience the ministration they are giving to people. Just talking. This thing about musicians praising political figure is not about politics or about money. Yes, we know, but we are talking about the ripple effect of it. It has always been there. Remember the Sunny Ades and Obes in those days? They praised rich people, and the question is Sunny Ade still in the music scene now? Who listens to Obe and Sunny again? Are radio stations still playing them? The current crop of radios, TV stations that we have are not playing Obe, Sunny Ade and co again. And if Sunny Ades and Obe series have used their music then to correct some moral, because those things are everlasting. What makes your music actually everlasting is that they will remain relevant for. Look at Fela's music; it is relevant till today. Fela departed this earth how many years ago? 2 decades already. But his music is still more relevant than Sonny and Obi. And that is not with prejudice to Sonny and Obi. I love their music too. Sometimes when I just feel like I just want to get some nostalgia, I play them. But Fela remains relevant. You know why? Because his music touches on the things, fabrics of the society. So if you are singing about woman, singing about this, momentarily also come to talk to the society. It is very important. It makes your song evergreen, and it makes your memory last even beyond your existence. So just talking, I agree with you, but I'm saying at the same time that it is beyond that. The moment you realize that you are a figure, start using your voice to correct using, because you will not last yourself. Pata 100 years you don't go now, or 120 you don't go. Fela did not even live up to, Jesus Christ did not live up to 100 or even 50. Okay, but he did well. The issue with rich people are now politicians. Okay, the issue is that the rich people are now politicians. Moreni Keji says you can't find Fela anymore, even files. No one listened to him, including African China. But those songs they do will live beyond them, and that's the important thing. Do you know why artists do songs back to back? It's because they know that each one does not last beyond 2 weeks, a week or two. Some will just last 1 week or two and they are gone. You will need to do another one to remain relevant. But there are songs that will remain relevant even if you don't do any other one, and that's the point. Moreni Keji Kasali say they need that jail, but the EFCC can never arrest Olamide or other legend without any government instructions, and that's the problem. But government changes too. Governments change. Governments do change. So if government changes, anything can change. All right. So the internet was doing something at some point, so I might have to repeat a few things I said. I was responding to Moreni Keji Kasali that he said you can't find Fela anymore. People don't listen to African China, and I said that it doesn't matter. They may not listen to it now, but those songs will outlive you. Some artists today do back-to-back songs because they know that the songs they do now do not last beyond 1 week or two, and they have lost relevance. Okay, but there are songs that will remain evergreen. Fela is a very good example. Okay, all right. So I want to close it there for today. Okay, and if you have further comments, if I cite them before I leave this studio now, I will take it. All right. So
My brother Kose.
Be expectant.
ladies and gentlemen, so now go ID. I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much.
Be expectant.
Hey.